Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. I'm going to read through the full article here. There's a link in the description. It's a particularly heinous crime. Essentially, the guy that you see in front of you here is an evil scumbag. He's the grandson of a lady called Doris Cumming, and Doris fell. Oh, they were living together. He was living in her house. Doris fell. She was a little bit injured. So what did the grandson do? Did the grandson help her get her to bed or to the seat? Did the grandson call for a doctor to come over to do a house visit? Did the grandson take the grandma to hospital, call for a family member to help or anything like that? No, no. The grandson did none of those things. The grandson pushed the grandmother into a freezer which was housed in the kitchen, breaking her back in the process, breaking other bones in the process. While she was still alive, closed the freezer and left her to die. That's what this scumbag grandson did. So we're going to have a look through the details. When Doris Cumming fell late last year, the 82-year-old might have thought she was lucky to have her grandson living with her so he could help her recover. Instead, authorities allege that the grandson, 28-year-old Robert Keith Tincher III, wrapped her body in plastic whilst she was still alive and stuffed her in a freezer. Prosecutors have charged this scumbag with murder, aggravated battery, and concealing the death. Police found Doris Cumming's body on Thursday, just gone, at the apartment that she shared with this scumbag in Armitage, Georgia, northwest of Atlanta. Family members thought that Doris had moved away when they stopped hearing from her. Others reported her missing. But investigators believe that after Doris fell and became injured in December 2021, the scumbag grandson opted to kill her instead of seeking help, even though she was still alive. The scumbag grandson allegedly dragged the elderly woman through the home, wrapped her body in plastic bags, and then put her in a freezer. Here's a quote from Floyd County investigator Brittany Werner, and she says, "From what we determined at the time, he believed she was still breathing and had some movement at the time she was going into the freezer." Apparently, the scumbag grandson heard and saw numerous bones break in the process of stuffing the grandmother into the freezer. He acknowledged that he broke her back whilst stuffing her into the freezer. There was no altercation or dispute that provoked the killing. In fact, the scumbag grandson said that he loved his grandmother, that she was the only family member that showed him courtesy and love and attention. Yet, this is how he treated her. You know, worse than you would treat an animal. The freezer with Doris's body remained in the apartment's kitchen for months until March, when the scumbag grandson moved the freezer elsewhere, we don't know where, amid fears that the body might be discovered. The scumbag grandson told investigators that he didn't seek medical help for his grandmother because at the time she fell, he was wanted by authorities for making terroristic threats against his wife. So he committed murder because he didn't want to get in trouble with the police or with the FBI. So he murdered the grandmother that he loved. I mean, just stunningly outrageous, a disgusting case. So we hope, we pray that this guy, this scumbag, this piece of shit grandson gets exactly what he deserves. He has been charged with murder, aggravated battery, and concealing the death of his grandmother. I would presume, I have a lot of faith in the police and the investigators and in these reports from crimeonline.com. I would presume that the investigators have all of the evidence they need. That would be my take on it. I would think that he's going to be found guilty. In fact, it says within the article that he has admitted to certainly he's admitted to stuffing her into the freezer. And pardon my language, I'm not meaning to be purposefully offensive. So I'm not sure if he's pleading guilty, but it seems that he has admitted to investigators that he was involved in putting her in the freezer. So I think that although the article hasn't clearly stated that he's pleading guilty, I think it's quite clear that he has. So regardless if he pleads guilty or not guilty, I'm quite confident that he will be found guilty, and let's hope he gets exactly what's coming to him. Georgia does have the death penalty, so that would be the option that I would go for, despite the lengthy death row period and the availability of appeals and such. But either way, if he gets the death penalty or life in prison, that would be what he deserves. Condolences, of course, to Doris Cumming's extended family. They must be shocked and disgusted by this whole incident. So let's hope that they are able to overcome that. I'm going to wrap things up. If you've stuck around till the end, thank you very much for your time. If you do see value in this type of topic, please do like, comment, subscribe, and I'll thank you for your time.